Hi and welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host, Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography, and much more. Welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost. This week we are talking about the secret sauce behind a great value proposition. So, if you have ever landed on a business website and thought, I still have no idea what you actually do or what they do. If your customers are even thinking about you, they're clicking way too long before they ever become customers. That moment, the what even is this moment, usually comes down to one thing, a fuzzy, vague, or totally missing value proposition. Now, for us small businesses, your value proposition is the secret sauce. It tells people quickly and clearly what you do, who's it for, and why you're the best choice. And in a world where attention is shorter than a TikTok trend, clarity wins every time. So what actually is a value proposition? What are you banging on about this week, Sam? Okay, so think of this like a promise. It's a short, simple statement that explains how your product or service makes somebody's life easier, better, faster, or less stressful, and why choosing you makes sense. So it's going to answer those three questions. Who is your customer? What problem do you solve? And why are you the best option on the table? Now, when you can nail these three, everything else you say about your business becomes sharper, easier, and far more effective. I kid you not. So why does it matter now more than ever? So most small businesses aren't competing on price or fancy features anymore. They're competing on clarity. Customers are scanning, skimming, and deciding in seconds whether you're relevant or not. A strong value proposition helps you stand out from a sea of we do everything for everyone, attract the right people, the ones who actually want what you are offering. Keep your messaging consistent across your socials, your website, and your conversations, because you need to give your team one clear way to explain what you do. And really, at the end of the day, it becomes a thread that holds all your marketing together. So that's really nice, Sam. But what are the common mistakes and how do we avoid them as small business owners? So these show up everywhere. And look, I'm guilty of it too. I always have a 3 rule now, 3 things, that's what you do well, because it does get confusing to people. But if you are recognising yourself in the next little while, don't panic too much, okay? It can be fixed. So what are the mistakes? Too vague. Quality service at affordable prices. Too clever. Sounds fancy, but it means nothing. Too long. A whole paragraph is not a value proposition. Too technical jargon. Just sends people packing, or they switch off, or they get that vague look. And if it's too me-focused, we, get it? We are. Sounds like everybody else. If you sound like everybody else, this means if your value proposition could belong to any other business in your town, in your region, you're not doing your job, and the value proposition, is not doing its job. So how do you find your secret sauce? So you don't need a branding agency or 37 hours of workshops, although my favourite is get a bottle of wine, get a whiteboard and sit and write things. But do it however, okay? But here's some really simple framework. Start with your customer, number 1. What problem are they trying to fix? What is annoying, confusing, overwhelming, or time-sucking to them? Number 2, identify the main benefit. Is it about saving time? Is it reducing stress? Is it avoiding mistakes or getting a better result? You need to make it obvious, folks. Number 3, define what makes you different. Your processes, your expertise, your personal touch, your location, your turnaround, whatever is meaningful to your ideal customer. And you need to write it in plain English, because if somebody can't understand it in one read, it's too complicated. Number 5, you need to test it and refine. And this is a really good thing for most things, but these little tips and tricks are really cool. You need to say it out loud. Hi, I'm Sam Hicks. I'm a small business advisor. I work with businesses right across Victoria. See? I've said it out loud and I'm like, oh, maybe it's too long. But say it out loud. Say it to a friend. Ask them to pretend that they don't know you and you're walking up to shake their hand and say it. Put it into a social caption. And if at the end of the day it feels clunky, keep tweaking. A few quick examples. So pretend you're a bookkeeper just for a couple of minutes. We're a bookkeeper. We help small businesses owners take control of their finances with simple stress-free bookkeeping so they can focus on growing their business. Now, I haven't forgotten our local trades. If you're a local sparky, electrician, we keep households safe and running smoothly with reliable electrical work and no surprise bills ever. Photographer. I help small businesses look professional online by capturing clean, scroll-stopping images that showcase their products and personality. Cafe. We serve fast, fresh, locally roasted coffee for people who need great taste without the wait. Now, see how each one of those examples speaks to a specific customer. It solves a specific problem and it really does highlight a clear benefit. So that's really fabulous, Sam, but how do we do it? Okay, so we're going to try a one-sentence sticky note exercise. So you're all going to go and get a sticky note, or a piece of paper, a whiteboard, whatever is your jam, and you're going to write, I help, in brackets, who do you help, to solve what is the problem so that they can benefit. So I help small businesses to understand digital marketing so that they can create a greater presence online. See what I did there? So that one sentence alone will transform your clarity. Now, you need to bring it all together then, okay? So your value proposition shouldn't be a static museum piece. It needs to evolve. You change, your business changes. I often say that businesses, especially small businesses, can evolve from 1 6-month period to the next. So it needs to evolve as your customers change, as your business grows, and as your position changes. And when you get it right, your marketing will become so much easier. Your messaging becomes sharper and your customers understand immediately why you're the right fit. So here's your challenge for the week. Write one simple sentence that captures what you do and why it matters. Because clarity isn't just good marketing, it's good business. And that, people, is the real secret sauce. Have a fabulous day and thanks for dropping by. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, follow me on socials, sign up for my newsie, or check out my website to see how we can work together to reach your small business goals. Remember, anything is possible, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.